Hi friends, Miss Arwood here. Oh, I'm so glad you came today. Friends, we're going to dig way back into our minds of when we were little bitty learning how to read. When you open a book, especially as a new reader, you see lots of cool things. And we know there's lots of things you have to learn in order to become an independent reader, right? You have to figure out what these things are, the letters. And then we got to figure out their sounds and how we can put those together to make words. And then finally, taking the words that we figured out and putting them together as well to make sentences. We use all of those building blocks to become really strong beginning readers, right? Well, today we're going to talk about another building block, and those are called syllables. You go ahead and say that. Now, syllables are just chunks of a word, and we're going to talk about how we can use those chunks to help us decode new words. Because that's actually our learning goal. Our learning goal says, I can decode words using syllables. So like I said, syllables are just chunks of the word. They're the natural breaks of like the different pieces in a word. And we can karate chop or break up a word into different pieces in order to figure out how to read the word or decode it. Now, say for example, I'm looking for the syllables in a word. This is how I would do it. I'm going to look at a word like this one. Yeah, that's a pretty cool word, right? And if I wasn't sure how to read it, I want to look for the different syllables or like the chunks of the word that are hidden inside there. So I need to know first that each syllable has at least one vowel sound. Knowing the syllables can help us to read and write the words. And there are 6 types of syllables. I know, your brain is probably spinning. You're like, Miss Howard, 6 types. I know. But don't worry. As soon as you learn them, they're going to be so incredibly helpful. All right, so let's go back to this word right here. Oh, I almost told you what it was. Now, knowing what I know about syllables, I could break up the word, rah, right there, and I'm going to cut it and just show where that little break is. So now I can read the word in chunks. What's this word, friend? Yeah, car, pet. Good, carpet. Now, as I'm saying the word carpet, do you kind of hear how there's like a little teeny break in between that word? Carpet. Yeah, I mean, we don't take a breath. We don't normally say carpet. But if I say it, carpet, I can hear that it's kind of in 2 chunks. Those are the 2 different syllables, okay? All right, we read each chunk to decode the word, just like we just did. All right, so like if I saw all these words and I was trying to figure out what they were and maybe they're unfamiliar to me, I'm going to use my knowledge of syllables to chop them up into different chunks and then know how to break them up will help me to figure out and break apart the word, okay? So here we go. Let's look at some different syllables. The first type of syllable we're going to talk about are closed syllables. Can you go ahead and say closed? Good job. Closed syllables are a single vowel followed by a consonant. We like to call these CVCs, right? Consonant, vowel, consonant. All right. Like for example, if I'm looking at this word, can you go ahead and point to the vowel? Yeah, it's the O right there. Now, a closed syllable says that the vowel is followed by a consonant. So O is followed by G. Okay? And when it's closed, this O or whatever vowel's right there is going to make a short vowel sound. Okay? All right. Versus an open syllable. Go ahead and say open. And an open syllable is where the syllable ends with a vowel, and that vowel normally makes a long vowel sound. So right here, I have tiger, and my syllable break is in this first part, right there. There's the break. So this vowel is going to make a long vowel sound. Okay, so closed, there's a consonant right after that keeps it all together, kind of usually makes a short vowel sound. Open is where the vowel ends the syllable break, and it will make a long vowel sound. Okay, we also have vowel and silent E. That's where the vowel is followed by one consonant and the letter E, and the first vowel is long and the E is silent. So right here, we have a vowel in the silent E. I see it right there. So the break is going to be right after that. And now I can read them as 2 parts. Race car, race car. Okay. We also have R-controlled syllables. Now, what do you think are going to be in R-controlled syllables, friend? That you're exactly right. Syllables break after the R-controlled vowel sound, okay? So can you find the R-controlled, the first one that we see, R-controlled vowel sound? Yeah, right there. So that's where the break is going to be. Burger. Excellent. You are so good at these. All right, another syllable team we have are the vowel teams. And that is where two or more vowels work together to make one sound. Like here's a vowel team, A and I. So it's going to say rainbow. See how that's my vowel team part of the syllable? And then finally we have the consonant plus LE. And that's where words that end with a consonant and an LE. Kind of like this word, table. The BLE is going to be the last chunk of that consonant, or of that syllable. Okay? All right, our learning goal for today says, I can decode words using syllables. I know we went through those very quickly, and there's a lot of them, friends. But the thing is, once you learn the syllables, they're going to be super helpful with you as you're doing your learning. All right? Happy reading, friends.